If you have an addiction, whether it's smoking, alcohol, porn addiction, sugar, social media, gambling, whatever, and you try to fight it or you try to resist it, that addiction will become 10 times stronger. And this is what a lot of people don't realize. An addiction is not low willpower. It's not a lack of discipline at all. It's not that the person's crazy or weak or any of that. I'm going to show you exactly what an addiction is in the body. Then I'm going to show you a technique to weaken this addiction within a minute and put you back in the driver's seat. Everything is based on survival. If you're thirsty, the body will go after water. When you're hungry, your body will go after food. With addictions, it's a little different. You drink some alcohol, you feel less stressed, you feel better, you'll feel happier. What happens next is this chemical dopamine is going to tag alcohol as something that increases survival. Let's say you took a drug and you felt high and you felt less stressed or you felt more energetic. This chemical is going to tag that as something to help you survive. And if we take gambling, you're increasing your odds to get more resources with less effort, right? People are scrolling all these potential mates to pick from in a very short period of time, and it's in abundance because pornography mimics reproduction, which is a internal survival drive. Let's take ultra-processed foods, right? You eat a donut, you get pleasure immediately from that. This chemical will tag it as survival. So as you repeat it, it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger in two different chemicals. This chemical right here, it's the gas pedal that gets you activated. And then dopamine is kind of like the fine tuner. It tunes into specifically what is considered important, whether it's alcohol, drug, water, food, etc. Dopamine does not have anything to do with giving you pleasure. It's another chemical called opioids that gives you the pleasure, at least initially. But if you keep doing it, the pleasure goes away, okay? And all you get now is relief. But our brains have not differentiated cocaine from comfort, alcohol from stress relief. And then the more you do it, the more these chemicals go higher and higher and higher. And then we get massive glutamate spikes. When this chemical goes this high, you start having abnormal body sensations that are no longer just an urge towards something. It's basically agitation. You feel pressure in your body. You go from I want it to I need it or I have to have it. Now we have this compulsion or this obsession with certain things. And of course, if you ignore it, you fight it, you resist it, guess what happens? Your body turns up the dial, the flight or fight system kicks in there, you have more cortisol, more stress, more body sensation, like your chest gets tight, or you have more anxiety, more pressure to get you to give in. And so eventually addictions have nothing to do with pleasure. It's all to do with relieving the withdrawals. So now let's show you what you can do about this. How can we quickly reduce the body urge or sensation that is driving you towards this thing? So let's just say, for example, you are addicted to alcohol, right? And you start getting these body urges or compulsions to go after that thing. What can you do to reduce that urge? First thing you have to realize is that urge is coming from either too much glutamate or dopamine. It's coming up, but it will come down. The question is, how do we bring it down? The first thing you're going to do, number one, is you're going to rate on a scale from 0 to 10 the intensity of this compulsion or impulse. Number two, you're going to locate it or point to where it is in your body. Is it coming from your chest or your head or another part of your body? You're locating where this sensation is because it is a body sensation, okay? Number three, you're going to describe it to yourself. Is it pressure? Is it a pulling feeling? Is it a tight chest? Is it like anxiety or a restlessness in your muscles? Whatever it is, just describe it. And then number four, you're going to go back to number one. re-rate that sensation, okay, from 0 to 10, you're going to notice the intensity is going to be significantly lower. And then you're going to go to number 2, locate it and point to it. Where is it now? Did it shift? Did it move? Is it in the same location? And then number 3, describe it. Did it change in character? And then number 4, go back to number 1, re-rate it. What you're actually doing is you're taking something that's very vague and kind of all over your body, and you're making it very specific. You're differentiating you from it. You're putting it over here, okay, away from you. So you can kind of see it and you can identify it, and you can also realize it's not you, it's this other thing. And what's really magical about this is the more you define it and you look at it and you put it over there, the less it's going to affect you, the less intense it's going to be. And a lot of times these sensations can go away in under a minute. Just follow step 1, 2, 3, 4, and repeat until that sensation is gone. Remember, it's on a wave and you're just speeding the thing up to bring it down to 0 intensity. Go ahead and do this and then comment down below and then read all of the success stories. This really works. It's an amazing technique. Is it going to cure you? No, this is only temporary. It's a quick technique just to allow you to cope with it. Next thing, NAC, it stands for N-acetylcysteine. This is a natural remedy that they use for a lot of things, Tylenol poisoning, to break up thick mucus, but it also greatly helps reduce these glutamate spikes that I talked about. Glutamate is an excitotoxin for the brain. NAC helps you regulate the spikes so it has more of a normal amount. Some people take 600 milligrams if they have maybe a minor problem, 1,200 milligrams. But if they really have this major addiction, they might take 2,400 milligrams per day, because high glutamate is causing things to be urgent, having compulsions, and more pressure. In the brain, you have the gas pedal, which is glutamate, and then you have the brakes. What are the brakes? GABA. What's a good way to increase GABA? Glycine, which I like to combine it with magnesium as magnesium glycinate, because you get the glycinate, which actually increases the GABA, the brakes, plus you have magnesium that actually can help reduce cortisol and the fight or flight mechanism. Because in addictions, when you resist, the body starts massively increasing stress hormones to force you to do certain things. Magnesium glycinate is another antidote for this impulse. As a side note, if you're a smoker, okay, and you're addicted to nicotine, it's a little different. Nicotine is one of those really strong addictive things in your body. And then if you smoke a pack a day, you're talking hundreds of trainings, okay, for that dopamine. So if you're a smoker and you're trying to get rid of that, you're going to have to add a couple additional things to help you. More vitamin B1 and also potassium. Both of these can greatly help in the biochemical pathways for smokers. And then the other thing about a smoker is that the withdrawals can last 1 to 2 weeks, hardcore. So as long as you can go into this and hang in there for 2 weeks, it's going to get a lot easier. And you have to retrain your body. And that brings up another very, very important thing. And this is your environment. Changing the people that you hang out with if they're part of the trigger. Let's just take ultra-processed foods and even sugar. And you go home and you have these little bowls of candy all around you, or you have junk food in your refrigerator, your pantry. You have to change your environment so it's not in your face. For bad habits, you have to add barriers to get them. Now, obviously, if you're a smoker, you would absolutely positively not have any cigarettes around the house. Maybe you'd want to have substitute things like toothpicks in your mouth. And with pornography, you'd obviously want to put filters on your cell phone, and you'd want to not bring your cell phone in your bedroom. If you have a very strong addiction to alcohol or drugs, one of the best rehab programs out there is called Narconon. And if you've never heard about it, you should check it out. I put a link down below. Narconon is not about giving you a drug to get off a drug. It's about putting you in a different environment, a safe environment, so these things don't trigger you anymore. And also they emphasize nutrition to plug the holes in some of these deficiencies. A lot of addictions start when there's already deficiencies of exercise, sleep, blood sugar issues. It makes the person more vulnerable to developing an addiction. If your body is agitated, if your body has an impulse towards something, and you start exercising, you are going to naturally add movement to reduce that body sensation, because you actually get the relief from exercise. So this is a really good substitute for addictions. Having enough sleep is probably one of the best ways to restore those two brain chemicals, glutamate and dopamine, because they're dysfunctional. And then especially to get your blood sugar balanced out by not eating carbohydrates and by not snacking, going on a low carb healthy diet with high quality animal protein. Super important, because if your blood sugar is off, you're going to have more problems with dopamine. It's almost impossible to fix it on top of a blood sugar issue. One last thing, oxytocin. Oxytocin is a bonding hormone. It's a social hormone. When someone has an addiction, if they don't get whatever their body urge is telling them to get, that puts your body in danger. Well, oxytocin is the safety hormone that you can actually activate to help substitute these messages, okay? There's several ways to get oxytocin. Hugs, hugging people, pets, bonding with other people, friendships and things like that, spending more time with your family. L-reuteri, okay? I did a whole video on this. This is a microbe that you can actually turn into a yogurt that has super high amounts. When I started taking this, within probably a few days, my wife said, "What has gotten into you?" I said, "What do you mean? You want to like hug me several times a day. You never want to hug me." I said, "Must be the yogurt." She goes, "Keep eating the yogurt." And also just having a purpose can actually increase oxytocin. But my viewpoint, I think everyone has the same purpose, and that is to help someone or something. That's at the foundation of most people's purposes. And it just so happens that when you help, you can also increase oxytocin. Now, since this is the last thing I'm talking about, if you have not seen this video I did on L-reuteri, it's fascinating. You'll love it. And I put it up right here. Check it out.